Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, they're on the chair right there. Sorry. Yeah.
Do it when they reach the podium. A nice talk with Kendra the other day at the coffee shop. You stumped us and drove right by. Yep.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
All right, it is 5:30. I am gonna call this meeting to order of the Denver Community School Board. Couple announcements. We are streaming again. So I just ask for patience from the public if we have any technical difficulties. Although right now, as far as I know, I think it's working. The other thing I'll say is that our IT director is here assisting Becky Learn tonight so that Becky can continue to manage that. So I'm gonna go a little bit slower with my speech, just so that she can monitor what she's doing on the internet and make sure all that's working out as well. The other announcement I would make is that you'll notice a very small change on the titling in our agenda. We received an inquiry made to IPIB about our, some of our consent items that are near the bottom of the agenda. It's now titled, based upon IPIB's recommendation, Board Approval of Consent Agenda Personnel Matters. They approved that in light of the nature of the sometimes last minute changes that can be added in regards to those personnel matters. With that, I would ask for a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
I
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is our consent items. Those would be the bills and packet you received from Becky in advance. Again, if there's anything in particular you wish to pull, make note of it. Otherwise, those items will be approved with one motion.
so moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Declaration of conflict of interest. Does anyone have a conflict of interest they wish to declare? Hearing none, I will move on. Public forum. If anyone would like to speak to the board on an issue, I will be maintaining the policy of 2 minutes. You're welcome to step up to the podium, announce your name, and provide us with whatever information you'd like to provide. Going once. Oh, please do.
My name is Terry Demel. I've been a resident of Denver since 1976. I've had 4 children, K-12 graduate, 2 grandchildren and 2 new enrollees last year, grandkids that are in school now, and they absolutely love Denver. You're stuck with them now, I think so. In my other occupation, I spent 42 years and I was involved in Denver schools for 42 years. Every year I worked here. Started with Ms. Brumke, Mr. Earhart, Mr. Knudsen and Mr. Beamer, all the way up through this current administration. And I think I was working in the schools in my other occupation, law enforcement, when all 4 of these came on. And Mr. Gables, over the years, I've worked a lot with him and I've learned a lot from him. Denver is a great school. I worked in other school districts and there's great kids in every school district. I think one of them young kids is sitting at the end of the table here, but Denver is really, I'm really proud of Denver and the tax that I've paid over the last 48 years. I think that money's been well spent. So I just wanted to thank you, the board, the administration over here, and the staff. Because that's where it begins, is in the classroom. When those students walk in, I've always said, they deserve the very best each and every day. There's not a bad day in education. If it's a bad day, you shouldn't come to school that day, I guess. I look for the best, and I want to challenge you this year and congratulate you on all the past successes. I know you guys have been working to get ready for this school year. So I know I got a couple of kids that are really looking forward to that, and as well as I am. So thanks to the board for all that you do to keep this thing going. I know it's not easy, but we've got a lot to be proud of. And when I say proud of, I was here when we had the state championship.
Yeah.
And that. Time
Yeah,
out?
you got about 6 seconds left.
Oh, that's good.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Anyone else wish to address the board? Okay, thank you. Old business. This is the second reading of policy 60509. This is our cell phone policy usage. Again, it's the second reading of the same thing we dealt with at the last meeting. Any questions for Brad, or Brad, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, it just satisfies House File 782. Elementary kids will keep them in their lockers, middle school in lockers, they can use them at lunch, high school. They're stored in the classroom that they're at during instructional time, they're not able to access them.
I would move to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next is new business. This is our SRO agreement with the Brainerd County Sheriff's Office. Brad, do you want to add anything about this or summarize if there's any changes to the contract from last year?
Well, we have a great relationship with Bremer County Sheriff, and they provide a DARE officer for us that does our DARE instruction. Also serve as our school resource officer and work with us, just like the Denver City Police do as well, with several situations that we might have, or if there's a situation where we need to consult, or if there's like a situation going on in the state or nationally. Kyle Shores will do a great job of filling us in and letting us know what we need to prepare for. So would like to approve that. It is $5,000, which is more than it was a year ago. I believe it was 3,000 a year ago.
So they did ask for that increase.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, we knew that was coming. They told us that a year earlier that it was gonna do that.
Not surprising. I'm seeing that in other areas for other 2080 agreements for other communities, so not surprised at all. Any other questions for Brad on the SRO contract?
No.
I move to approve the SRO agreement with the Sheriff's Department.
Second.
Any further discussion?
I would just like to add that, in my years on the board, working with county sheriff's office, they've done an excellent job of solid communication, working with administration and building relationships with students that are long lasting. They need to be seen as part of our community and resources and someone that kids can turn to. So I think it's a very valuable program.
Agreed. Anything else from anyone? Okay. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next is the revised agreement with Andrea Lansing, PLLC and Olive Branch Counseling Services. It's my understanding, Brad, this agreement is the same from last year's use of her services with a minor exception in regards to her, what I would call overtime rate of pay.
Correct. And this isn't, the overtime isn't used for a lot like IEP meetings and such things as such. But these guys both, and the other one is, we share with Dunkerton Schools as well. And just provide some good opportunities for some counseling for our kids that need it.
And just for clarity, did she have an overtime rate of pay in last year's contract?
Yes.
Okay, and this new overtime rate of pay is how much more?
It is $2.75 an hour.
Okay, so her overtime rate of pay went from 31.25 per hour to 35 per hour.
375. Yep.
Yep, okay. All right, I just wanted to clarify that for everybody. Any other questions for Brad?
Yeah, I said that one was $3.75.
Okay. Any other questions? Is there a motion to approve this revised agreement?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. The emergency plan, Brad, you can go ahead and address this, please.
Yeah, this hasn't changed a whole lot from a year ago. Some of the names have changed with new people coming into different roles. But basically it lays out all of the different scenarios of a situation that could happen, like a gas leak or a flood or something like that, and just gives us direction. All of our staff will get these. We'll go over it with staff. A lot of it's gone over in a building level, but some of it will be in Large Creek as well. And I also plan to meet with our police chief Gary Everday to go over it with him and with Kyle Shore, school resource officer as well.
Questions?
And you guys spent a lot more time on this when we first adopted it, so you, and it's in your Dropbox if you wanna look at it again to refresh yourself.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. You opposed? Motion carries. Lunch pricing.
Yeah, so just to go over a few of the high points on this. Student prices remain the same, it stays at $2.80. Adult prices go from $4.85 to $4.97. That's a requirement, the state will tell us what numbers we have to charge, and then you have to charge that, because they don't want you subsidizing adult meals with kid meals, so they make sure they charge what they feel the value of that is. A la carte entree, that's if somebody wants, say, a second hamburger or a second chicken patty or whatever, that is going to remain the same at $1.55. A la carte drink is increasing from 60 cents to 70 cents. That's if somebody wants a second juice or a second milk. And that's due to the pricing going up. We typically round up. We don't make a lot of money on that type of stuff. But we typically round up so we don't lose money on it. A la carte yogurt, that's a new thing that we're offering. We're going to start offering it with breakfast, and that pricing is going to be $1. And during our site visit, we were asked to start charging for our a la carte fruit. So we have some fruit like bananas and apples and things like that. If somebody wants to come and grab one, they can now. Now they have to pay 40 cents for it. That's it.
Questions?
Do we still have the smoothie machine?
Do not have the smoothie machine. No,
We did, didn't we?
We got it because we needed to sell a certain amount of product. And then we weren't selling enough product, so they took it back.
Okay.
No.
More smoothies, yeah.
We worked on those for
Right,
years
yeah.
and it never.
We had it for about a year.
Apparently
Just
it wasn't as
curious.
popular as what we thought it was going to be.
Uh,
Okay.
Other questions? All right,
Make a motion to approve the lunch pricing for 2026 school year.
I'll second that.
any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Now this is board approval of consent agenda personnel matters. Again, just as a reminder, and I think Brad's gonna list off all of these folks that are part of this contract, but in the event you ever wanted to pull one, you would have to ask to pull an individual, otherwise it would all be approved all in one motion. See what I'm saying? Okay. All right, Brad, go ahead and
Okay, so Beth Judas formerly was a paraeducator here and would like to come back as a paraeducator. We'll be working in the middle school with Mr. Gable. Bree Lane also wants to come back as a 6.5-hour lunchroom person. And so it's exciting to have those people want to come back. Also some extracurriculars, Jody Victoria and Teddy Whittle as they do the art show and they have a stipend for that. Dan Cooper, instrumental music, and this supplemental or extracurricular contract is for like festivals that they go to on weekends and parades and weekend events and all state, a lot of events that that he's taking people to. Jada Hobsa, you might be wondering who that is. Used to be Jada Spooner. It's our new middle school band teacher. She will be assistant instrumental. And kind of similar, junior high does some of the same type of events where they go, and then there's sometimes where she's helping Dan with stuff as well. Tim Baird, vocal, very similar to band, taking them to different places on weekends and evenings. Karen Vandewall, FFA. Chris Swales, student council, I'll be back in that role as well. Amber Heller. Amber taught a couple of years ago the class through Hawkeye Community College, an EMT class. And we're excited to have her back doing that again. And it looks like we have 21 students signed up for it. So very popular class. So we also had some teachers trained in letters training, as the state requires us to have people trained to work with students with dyslexia and other supports. So the following people will have a stipend to do that, the letters training. That'll be Becky Langner, Lindsay Kleinhexel, Deb Little, and Sharon Collins. Next, we have the fall assistant coaches. We've already done the head coaches. So assistant coaches for volleyball, we have Paul Gable, Megan Newborough, Chelsea Ehlers, but it's not Ehlers anymore. It's Fisher. Chelsea Fisher, just got married in summer.
Oh, cool.
She's our middle school guidance person. Minnie Giesler, middle school volleyball. And Bailey Nuss is a volunteer for volleyball. For football, we have Trent Rolling as an assistant. Trent was played at Wartburg. Was a defensive back and is also works at Deer now. Zach Stager, you know him, King Eagle. Bob Lape. Bob used to be defensive coordinator and head coach at North Fayette, and later coached at Olwine as well. And Tyler Corral, the middle school. All of these people, well, there's one more, Kaiser Allen, who's taught here or who's coached here as well in middle school. So Tyler, all of these people have their background checks and have their certification, except Tyler Corral is getting his renewed. So his approval is pending the receiving of his renewal, licensure renewal. Junior high doesn't start for a while yet, so he's not involved yet, but want to clarify that one. Cross country assistant Sam Lorimer, and middle school Jared Pickett, and cheerleading Andrea Lensing as assistant, and Lexi Miller as middle school.
Nice.
So yeah, those are all, everybody has their background check and is certified. And just Tyler is just finishing up, he's just waiting for his paperwork to come back.
I would like to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Reports, we don't have principal reports tonight, and so we'll go straight to Brad.
Yeah, I just have a few things. Summer cleaning crew is hard at work this summer. Our building's starting to look ready for kids to come in. Got a few things to do yet, but we're getting there. Want to just thank those guys for all of their hard work. I also want to thank our principals for putting in a ton of hard work this summer. Seems like this was busier than any summer that we've had, and just appreciate all the time that they've put in and time away from their families and so forth. And Mr. McCarville, who's also been very busy, as well as the Becky and the folks in their district office, been putting a lot of time this summer, and it's just very much appreciated. SAI, we went down to the SAI conference last week and had the privilege to see some very good sessions down there. And we got to watch Mr. Paul Gable receive the SAI Middle School Principal of the Year, kind of a big deal.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Paul.
Yeah, just honored to be a part of this team with this group of people, and Paul is such an important part of that as well. So just it was a neat day to see that. And also want to thank, we're gearing up. I'm not going to share what our theme is yet, but it's going to be good. It's going to be exciting, and it's going to be a great year. I do want to thank the bank. They're sponsoring our shirts and a teacher luncheon. And I also want to thank the Lions Club that's doing a staff luncheon for everybody coming up next week on our welcome back day. Just appreciate the support from these people in our community. And the last thing I have is I just got an email yesterday, I believe, that US News and World Report has their school listings or their school rankings, and the number 18th school in the whole state of Iowa, Denver High School. So that's pretty exciting. You might say 18. Well, there's only two other small schools that are in that are above us, and they're right close to where we're at. In the Cedar Valley, Cedar Falls is the only other one in this immediate area. The rest of them are a lot more around Des Moines. So in this area here, us and Cedar Falls are the only two in this area. And let's see what else. The state, I found this interesting. I couldn't click to find more information, so I don't know exactly what it's about, but I will share this anyway. Is the state assessment proficiency rate? We were second in the entire state, and 86th national, and there's thousands and thousands of schools nationwide. So that was pretty cool to get that, and just another sign of how great our families are, our kids, our parents, our staff. A lot of work to be ranked that high. So
I want to unpack that last number again. Second in proficiency rate statewide, is that the school district as a whole, all grades?
no,
K
no,
through 12, or was that an area?
just the high school.
Just the high school. So the high school ranked second in proficiency statewide across all classes, or only in 2A?
Everything. This is when I say
Think about that. That's
Yeah.
that's competing with all sizes
Yeah.
statewide. It's not just unique to a particular area. That's a big number.
Yeah, when I say 18, that could be the biggest school in the state, could be in there, and could be the smallest school. It's all.
Both for the US News and World Ranking as well as for the proficiency rate is what I'm getting at. So,
Proficiency rate was, yes, right.
yeah, that's
I mean,
huge.
And I couldn't figure out who the one school was, but says we're number two.
There's one school ranked ahead of us statewide, and we don't know who it is.
I really want to know.
We gotta find out who that
I
is.
really want to know, but I was not gonna click through hundreds of different schools to find it out.
Who do you think it is, Josh?
No, right.
It's
really-
Okay. Yeah, that's incredible. I don't have enough adjectives for that. I'll shout that from the rooftop all day long on the live stream right now about how big a deal that is. Kudos to everybody. That's phenomenal. Again, I don't have enough adjectives for it. Sorry, I interrupted I'm so excited about it. I can't contain myself. Sorry. Go ahead.
That's all I had.
Wow. Okay, I don't know who wants to follow that, but does anybody else have other comments?
I would just like to say, I've been up at school here a couple times with Libby as she's getting her classroom ready, and there's lots of teachers busy getting their rooms ready. And I would, on behalf of the board, I'd just like to wish all of our teachers and staff a good, successful year with their kids. So.
Anybody else from any other board members?
I just want to send thank you out on behalf of the board and the entire district to Kim Scott for the work that she's done up for the memorial path up at the school. I haven't been up there, but I believe it started this week.
Yes.
It's done. Okay. So, and that leads up to the flagpole area, or is that?
It's right in front of the sidewalk, right in front of the flagpole. There's
Okay.
an additional walkway path there.
Okay.
It's really nice.
Yep.
So,
Please extend a thank you to her if you see her around.
Yeah, I would add to that. Her and I have talked about this for a while, and she really wanted this to happen, and I really appreciate her stepping up and getting it done.
Okay. I have a couple things. Since our last meeting, I had the pleasure of watching the high school baseball team compete in a match that was just incredible. It was not like any other high school baseball game I've ever seen. And while it wasn't the outcome they wanted, I tell you what, they hung in there. And just when I thought it was over, they would summon up something, and there was them hanging on again to another inning. So it was entertaining and exciting, and they should be congratulated on their effort for that season. as well as that game, because it
That was
was,
an incredibly fun night.
that was an incredibly fun night, and it was very well attended, and it was a great community show for that game, and it was
Hour marathon.
a full hour marathon game that was really incredible. So I wanted to give a shout out to them because we really enjoyed it and they should be proud of themselves. Two, I want to wish everybody a safe and fun Denver Breakaways weekend. The tradition continues here in our community of a wonderful weekend of entertainment and fun, and I just want everyone to be safe and enjoy themselves. And finally, I have to give a huge shout out to Fairway. I want to thank them for their investment and commitment to our community. I know personally in my household anyway, they're going to be our go-to, and I want them to be successful here. And I think that they are putting forth an incredible amount of effort in order to make that happen. With sponsorship already of our YSF teams and their presence, and there seems like there's a lot of cars there in that parking lot, and I guess I'm just gonna continue to say, and I know this isn't necessarily school related, but it sort of is, because they outright said at opening that they wouldn't be there but for the strong school and strong community that we have here. So for all of those reasons, I want to thank them and wish them well and continue to support them in every way we can. So with that, that's all I've got. Anything else? All right, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We are adjourned. Everybody have a good night.
For my dog?
There you go.
Stays.
Button.